Hey you guys, let's not waste any time and jump right into this video. So this is my portable wash machine. I have the hose that goes in on both sides. I guess that depends on which side your sink is on. The wash timer, the standard or soft wash, and then also how you drain it, and then the spin timer and the hose so that the water can flow out. And this is actually a really nice size for my apartment. It doesn't take up much space at all. I don't know how, there's like no fill line that I could see. So I'm pretty much just guesstimating how many things to put in here. And it's my first time using it. So I don't know. I'm just throwing in a few of Blythe's clothes, a sweater, and, some undies and practice clothes to see how well, things get cleaned in there. I didn't plug mine up to the sink because that is not what was convenient for me. So I'm just going to hand fill mine with water. Once I get it to where I think the water should be, I'm just going to put a little bit of the OxyClean in a pod in there, because I don't want to, put too much soap in there, and then it's because the container itself, it is more space in there than what it looks like it is, but it's not, like that much space. And that's the OxyClean. Now I'm just going to close my lid. All right, so now I am going to go ahead and turn this all the way up to the 15-minute setting on this. So you don't, if it doesn't need to be washed that long, then you don't have to wash it that long. If it needs to be washed more, you can wash that more. Or you could, start it over. Y'all get what I'm saying, okay? This is not rocket science. So there's no, thing in the middle. It just sloshes one way really hard, and then it sloshes the other way really hard. So now that the wash is complete, I am going to go ahead and turn this to drain. I was having a hard time. I don't know why. But, yeah. And so now all of the water and soapy water is going to come out.
What?
I said all of the soapy water is going to come out.
Okay. Everybody.
So after I drained it, I filled it back up, and my crazy self forgot to close or turn the drain back to standard, so the water was coming out as I was filling it. But I went ahead and did, my rinse situation or whatever. And so now I'm putting the clothes into the little spin dryer, which I think is so freaking cool. But I'm so bright that the first time I did it, you see that little white thing down there at the bottom under that? I didn't take that out. And I will show you guys what happened in just a moment. I just want y'all to see how many clothes I decided to put in here. I didn't put as many clothes as I did in the washer. I put about half in there. And so I just turned it to, now look at this. Look at this. I was like, I know that this thing is not supposed to be rocking around and sliding all across my floor. See, listen, I was like, no, the centrifuge is off. I don't know why I called it a centrifuge. I guess that's just from being in chemistry and biology labs. So I was like, all right. And everything was like still like really juicy and damp. And so I was like, I just really think that they're like, people are smarter than this. I did something wrong. Like, I had to have done something wrong. And that's when I realized, like, I maybe should have pulled that white piece out. And so, yeah, that's how I figured that out. So you want to take that little white. Yeah, take that out, girl. Come on, Nathina. Get it out. Girl. And thank you, boo. So you take the little, well, y'all can't see, but I'm putting the clothes back in there, and I'm just making it even around, and then I'm sitting the little white thing back on top to hold the clothes down, so that way once it spins evenly and quietly. Look at that. Not doing all that rocking and knocking. So you guys make sure you do that part, Here we go. Look at that. Big difference, and a lot quieter. I was listening to Anita, and I don't want to get copyright. All right, so I'm taking out the clothes, and big difference. Like, I can't squeeze any water out at all. And at this point, I was like, yes, this is definitely a worth it buy. We could cut the video right here. This is it. That's all I need. Like, I was really excited. The spin really gets so much water out. Like, you don't have to worry about it. Like, once you take it out after the first spin, you can just hang it. You don't have to worry about your clothes dripping onto your floor or anything like that. Also, so the spin is on like 5 or something like that, but I don't feel like it spins for 5 minutes. I didn't time it, but however long it takes to spin is, it does what it needs to do. Look at all that water. It was so satisfying just sitting there watching it. So yeah, let's check back in the morning. Good morning, you guys. So guess what? Even this sweater is completely dry, and all I did was like, I actually just draped it over. I just draped it over the door. Actually, I have to get one of those things where the hang dry thing for hand washed or whatever clothes or whatever. But so, do I recommend it? 1,000%. What is the only downside? Mine is leaking. I can't figure out where it's leaking from, but once I like figured that part out, then it's fine. If I'm that pressed, I could just put it in the tub. So it's no big deal. What I ended up doing was I did a 15-minute wash, because I figured in my mind when you go to like the laundromat, the machine it says like 20 minutes or something like that. So I'm like, or 25 minutes, 28 minutes, something like that. So I'm like, man, probably washes for about half that time and then rinses for the other half. So I did a wash, or I put it in there. Now let it soak for like 5 or 6 minutes. And then I just let it, I put it on the wash cycle. Y'all saw I turned it all the way to the 15. And then I did 3 rinses after that for 15 minutes. So, yeah. And so then after that, I did, except for the first time, which y'all saw, I did 1 spin, and everything was better than like hand wrung, like that kind of dry. It was no dripping. It wasn't like completely dry so that you could put it on, but it was definitely like, if you have a t-shirt or something that you want to wear the next day and it's dirty and you just want to dry it, you could lay it out, or wash and dry it. You could lay it out, and by the morning it'll be dry. So definitely recommend this. It was like 80 or 90. I know you see me doing this, right? Thank you, ma'am. It was like $80 or $90 or something like that. So I mean, it pretty much pays for itself, because I think going to the laundromat like every 2 weeks is what, like, with like sheets and all of that, it's gotta be like $30, like $20-$30 every like week or so. So I mean, within a month, it pretty much pays for itself. So I highly recommend it. I'm gonna make a list of like must-haves from Amazon that I have like stumbled upon so far. Or maybe I'll just like make a quarantine thing, because if you have to go to the laundromat during this time, that's not really something that I like doing. So I would imagine y'all don't like doing it either. Although it's never really like that many people there, and I would imagine a lot of people are just settling for like hand washing their clothes because they don't want to risk it. Don't do that. Just let your clothes pile up, save the little $30 every week, and by like the 3rd week you could just buy yourself a portable washing machine. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so sad that I've been living in this apartment without a washing machine for 3 years, when I could have I didn't know they existed. I'm gonna tell y'all how I ended up finding out about these little washing machines. So come to find out, you're not sleeping. So come to find out, like, in my mind, I was like, man, I wish they had like a mini washing machine or something like that, because we don't even have washer and dryer hookups here. And yeah, like the next day, I think it was, I got on YouTube and it was like, oh no, not YouTube. Amazon or something. It was Amazon, and it was like portable washing machines being like, I don't even know why I saw that up there, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's in my mind. And I should have probably went to YouTube and like checked them out first. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that and see if anyone else has experienced like where like a little leak or something is coming from. But aside from that, I love it. Highly recommend it. Buy it, get it. Definitely 1,000%. Like, I'm gonna be washing clothes because I'm backed up on laundry. See? So actually one basket is clean clothes and the other basket is dirty clothes. So I'm not like completely back, as backed up as it looks. I just really hate folding clothes. But yeah, so all in all, I guess it took about an hour to wash them, and then it only takes like, it spins very quickly to get the extra moisture out. So you take about an hour to do a little bit of clothes. So like, just throw your clothes in at the end of the day, after everybody takes a bath, and boop boop boop, and then in the morning you fold it and put it back away. That's what I'm going to try to do in my head. I'm going to be folding clothes and putting them away. Pray for it.
Put them in the way.
Yeah, put the clothes away. All right.